Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Brawl. Now, there seems to be an abundance of this guy on eBay for some reason. Why? I have no idea. And they seem to be going for a roughly deluxe class price, which adds to my suspicion. Same thing seems to be happening with Starscream and his Revenge of the Fallen deco. So, yeah, I have no idea. I normally try to stay clear of listings that are just a photo of what you're buying and not a physical photo taken by an actual person. But the one I bought was an actual physical photo. So, yeah, I don't know. But, well, let's just take a look at the box for this guy. And of course, we've got the older style of Studio Series packaging. So, we've got a picture of Brawl right here. It's number 12. Of course, Decepticon Brawl, not Devastator, Brawl. Of course, Devastator is the combiner in Revenge of the Fallen. I know that they called this guy Devastator in the first film for whatever reason, but in my eyes, this is Brawl. Of course, he's from the first film. So, got a picture of Brawl. Give a side, a close-up of his face. Got his number right there. The back, we've got Brawl in both modes. Mission City Battle, says what he does in the film. Doesn't mention the scene where Jazz just flips on his cannon, kind of like what Cup does with Blitzwing. Got the backdrop and cross-sell with Megatron Prime and Starscream. And that's pretty much it for the box. And of course, the backdrop. So, the plastic insert. This little bit that holds onto his chest. And the backdrop. And of course, it's the Destroyed City. So we can just put Brawl here. Of course, he'll look better in robot mode, so we can come back to this later. But if you want to put Brawl here in vehicle mode, then, well, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. But let's move on to the vehicle mode. And right off the bat, I think I'm probably transforming this wrong. I know, bad reviewer here, but yeah, this is probably meant to be seeing flush. But keep in mind, the instructions for these figures are really hard to follow sometimes. Because, you know, it's like purple on gray, so it can be really hard to follow. And I do try my best to follow the instructions instead of a video review, but yeah, this was the best I can do. But I do think I have this mistransformed somehow. So if these are sort of going upwards instead of seeing flush, that's why. But anyways, looking at the tank mode, well, I think that this looks really nice. Of course, we've got the main barrel here. Got the two secondary barrels and these little, I guess, missile pods that just stick out the side. Got the treads right here. Got the cow catchers, I guess. I don't know what these are. These are cow catchers or what? We plows in case it's snowing. Yeah, I'm not a tank guy, so we've got some hatches here for people to go into. The back, you can really see the mistransformation I've done, like fully botching this. But well, I display my figures in robot mode anyway. But we got these two canisters, which are also on the original figure. I think they're also on the leader class version. Underneath, you can pretty much see how it transforms, because, yeah, that's the chest. And we got the wheels, which, yeah, don't really roll that well. I'm not sure if it's, well, it's probably just this copy, because, yeah, I sort of have suspicions on this copy, if you remember me seeing where I got this. You know, the multiples on eBay, so I'm sure if you got like a normal copy, these wheels would roll fine. But yeah, that means you just have to like slide him along, which, I mean, tanks normally do just slowly move along, so I guess that's fine. It's not like a sports car where it zooms along. Tanks just slowly go forward, so it's fine. But I still kind of wish that these wheels actually moved. And another thing, but, well, this is more understandable, the turret doesn't turn. Like, this one does, but this one doesn't, but there is a reason for this, which we'll get to in the transformation. And I suppose we should just get to the accessories now. This guy comes with two accessories. This huge Gatling gun. Well, suppose you can call it a Gatling gun. I think I was thinking of another weapon there, but he comes with this gun here. And his claw. Oh, and there's the Gatling gun. I was thinking of this. So the Gatling gun's on this. See, I was getting my guns mixed up. But he's got a claw for a Gatling gun on it, and this, I guess, missile launcher, maybe? Of course, it doesn't actually fire. We're not in 2007 anymore. But I think, hypothetically, it's meant to, like, fire. So, yeah. And you can just try and get those on there. It's like a square peg, so trying to get these on here is going to be a bit tough, but there you go. So you can sort of fire at the ground because of the fact that I've got the turtle lopsided. So yeah, feel free to scream at me if I have this little mistransformed, which I'm 99.9% sure I do have this mistransformed. So just before we move on to the transformation, here he is with the original deluxe class Brawl. I don't have the leader class, so this is all I have. And we can see that the greens are a different shade. Like, the Studio Series is a much darker shade, whereas this is more of like this green is more of an olive green. But we can see, well, with this, I can't really get it to go down. This one just doesn't go in whatsoever. I mean, if I want him to, like, shoot upwards, then I guess I can do that. Because, yes, the original figure could fire a missile, whereas the new one can't do that. Because, of course, we haven't had a firing missile gimmick in years. And this was 2018, so... Man... I kind of wish the firing missile gimmicks would return, but let's just see how far this fires. I think it's fair to assume why it's not a thing anymore. So, yeah. But well, that's pretty much it for the tank mode. If I can get this to sit flush, which I'm pretty sure it does, I'm just a freaking moron. And yeah, this would be a really cool tank mode, because Studio Series, at least for the live action figures, does normally pride itself in the vehicle modes. So, yeah. Now, moving on to the transformation. Okay, so taking off the weapons to start off this transformation. We're just going to take these front bits and move them off to the side. Then just flip these around. Try and get this top turret bit out the way so we can split the turret around. And well, you can see why the turret doesn't spin, because these are part of the arms. So if I try and get this out the way. Just fold up that panel. So get that untabbed. Fold up the panel. Spin around the arms. Come around to the legs. Split the legs. Flip up this little tab. Spin around the legs, which on this copy, sometimes if you spin the legs around, it pops it off the mushroom joint, which I have no idea why it does that, but, well, move the feet down and they plug into these bits. So move the foot down and it plugs into here. Like so. Open this. Move the plows down. Get the arms out of the way so we can move this in. Spin all this around. So you're spinning around the turret and the arms. Move the treads up. Plugging the arms. Spin this around. Get these little flaps out. Get the head up. In fact, I think you're supposed to do that after you get them past these. So just move this. There we go. So now we've got his chest. And you can just move the plows however you want. And then the last step is to just untab the turret sections, which is actually really tough to do. And more often than not, you just move it off the actual circular peg Or you remove the actual turret from the ball joints. Like, see, I accidentally just removed it from the circular thing. So, yeah. Just be careful when you do that step. But you just get that plugged in. These go up. Spin around. Well, here we have Brawl in robot mode. And, can we address the elephant in the room here? I think he took too much Viagra. Okay, jokes aside, the turret ends up in a very unfortunate place. I know that wasn't intentional, but still, it's just really, it's really funny where it ends up. Like, unfortunately, there's no place to like fold it up and have it as a armpit cannon like the later class, or as a arm mounted thing like the deluxe class. Nope. PP turret. Not gonna lie, that's actually kind of amusing. Although, yeah, I do kind of wish that they I do wish that they had put that somewhere else, like had it fold up so it's not just blatantly visible. Okay, ignoring that for the rest of the video. Going for the 360. Of course, we can see the little side turrets there. The turret flaps are just on his arms now. So yeah, that might get annoying. And, well, the head. Of course, that's quite movie accurate, although on my copy this doesn't tab in. I'm not sure if this is widespread or if this is just mine, so I don't know, but it still is rather annoying. Another weird and kind of annoying thing is how the arms work. Not just with the flap, but of course the arms can still go forward and back, but he can kind of do this. It's like, it's not at the wrist, it's like at the elbow. Which means, as few Adams would say, sideways elbow action. I mean, okay. I mean, I thought Combiner World's long haul was the only figure with sideways elbow action, but nope. We also have this guy. So, yeah. Now, putting the accessories on, of course, we got the missile launcher, which substitutes the, I guess, arm cannon that the Deluxe has. Just goes on right there. And of course, his famous claws. So if he wants to do a Wolverine cosplay, then he can. Let me just get that on. There we go. And of course, it's got the little Gatling gun on. So, yeah. And I do like how it does look. So, yeah. And I suppose if you want to, you could also hold them, but seeing how it's a square peg, maybe not, I don't know. And of course, this was, I think, pre-Siege, like just before Siege. So, yeah, don't expect any classified compatibility. So, let's just move on to the articulation and comparing him with the deluxe class Brawl. So, his head can go side to side, can look up and down. The arms can go forward and back. He's got elbows, sideways elbow action if you want. Although there's nowhere, so what the bicep. He can T-pose, nothing at the waist. He can kick forward, he can kick back. If you untap this, he's got knees. Swivel there, just be careful not to get out of the mushroom joints if your figure's like mine. His foot can move if you untap it. And he can do the splits, although there's no ankle. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. Didn't really pose much in the movie, so, yeah, of course, not really much possibility here. And, well, for comparison with the original 2007 Brawl, or in this case the deluxe, because I don't have the leader, well, I kind of think that the Studio Series looks better. Yeah, the arms look weird, but I just think it looks better because this guy's shoulders don't tab in that well. The entire backpack can just flop around. This guy holds together much better at the cost of the turret, but we've already talked about that. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. So, giving him his backdrop again. And he looks really nice in the backdrop. So, complaints. Well, aside from the turret, which is thankfully being hidden. As I said, on my copy, if I try to swivel the legs, the mushroom joint comes off, which I'm pretty sure that's my copy, but still kind of annoying, especially during transformation. The flaps on the arms can be kind of weird. The way that the arms work in general is also really weird, because, as I said, this joint here, so yeah, he basically has sideways elbow action. I mean, if you're into that, sure, but I don't think elbows work that way. Also, on my copy, the head doesn't tab in, so that's also kind of annoying. Plus, trying to untap these side cannons is also really annoying, because they tab in really tightly. Plus, some ball joints can just come off really easily, like the plows here, but, well, those are pretty much all my complaints. So, do I recommend this guy? Well, if you're a Studio Series collector, then, well, I mean, come on, Brawl's a pretty major character in the first film, so yeah. But there is a masterpiece coming soon, if I remember correctly, so... But, well, as I said, if you're a Studio Series collector, or if you just like the look of this guy, or if you're a big fan of Brawl, which I know some of you are, then yeah, because I don't think this is a bad figure. There are some faults, yeah, like me failing to transform it, but I still like this guy. Like, I think he looks intimidating displayed, so yeah, I still like this guy. So yeah, I still do recommend him. So yeah, this has been my review on Studio Series Brawl, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.